Hello. Was looking at this here. The earphone jack got damaged on this board. But I was looking at this case. This is the case I took the Asus out of and I put in here. I was thinking that this board would be a good fit in this case just because of the connectors. And the original fan idea I had for it already has the 3-pin motherboard headers. And I was looking at this thinking that I could probably put that board in here, but I'm probably not going to mess with this one. I'll just leave it like it is. This one I may use for this board, but for now I'm going to leave it in here. I have to take this board back out anyway. I have to go in the other room there if you want to see my face there and hunt some stuff. I keep talking about it, but the original plan for this was this case, but then I changed my mind a few months back because, well, I wanted to, people to be able to look at the board, but shipping and all that stuff. Although this case has room for more drives, which this uses those sliders, which I have a couple of them, I think. They're over here in this pile. But this stand came. I have one I'm holding now, but this one's dirty. I guess the cardboard box, but this is the little thing I'm using to hold my phone there. If you want, I wanted to show you that. I have two of them, although I need to bend this up just a little bit there. And it might fall over, I notice. So maybe I need to spin the phone around the other way. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so instead of having this pointed like this, spin this part around this way so that it's, well, the neck of it, the weight of it is different. So it's not, so you can lean it back and all that, but just a little cheap Temu thing there, but I'm going to have to dig out my soldering iron and see if that just pulled off the board or if it's broke. But I believe this case had this board in it originally anyway, because when you have front panel headers and stuff in the case, like this one has this USB 2.0 is that blue connector, which I probably won't use because that board, it might have 2.0 on it. This does. This header down here that's not populated is the 1395 Firewire, this one, so that'll not be used. This one here is the audio for the headers up here or on the front. So this cable here goes back here. Let's see if I can zoom in. I know I don't have. There's a 8-pin header where my finger's pointing, right under that screw hole that this plug plugs into. So that if you plug in your headset and all that stuff. But I'm talking about this stuff because on this one, while I have the card reader, the floppy, and all that stuff on the front where it's easy to access, this has the non-standard boot flash, which is similar to an SSD or an NVMe, and then, well, the standard IDE drive of the day, which I could put a IDE hard drive in here and do away with this, or add cards in and out. I also have a RAID controller to go in here. I was looking at this case thinking that this would probably be a good fit in here, because I could do 3 drives here. And the 4th header, because you can do 2 on those and then terminate it, I could put the tape drive in here that was in that one. And then I could have all that stuff on one machine. I don't need nothing blazing fast for this thing. It'll do what I want it to do, and it'll be useful. I maxed the RAM and all that stuff, although I need to neaten that stuff up. But a solution here is stuff like this. I showed you my USB, DVD, CD, ROM burner. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I think it's under the table or somewhere. I was using it earlier, but this is a USB disk drive. This one feels like it's pretty well made. Some of them are real cheap, but this one, if you want a floppy drive for your laptop, I'll show you the... You get these on eBay, like, I don't know, 15 bucks or something. And it's USB, so if I wanted to use a floppy on there or the CD-ROM, well, since this isn't provisioned for it anywhere, that's your option. So just to go over things like that, if you don't have the physical hardware, you know, already in it. Now, once you load up a hard drive, you could emulate and do ISO files, and, well, that's what the ROMs are, the bin files and all that. You there's editors for those. Some of those ROMs, like the HC ROMs, those are high color or high contrast. They've been, well, they were either for a newer Atari, a newer Sega, a newer whatever bin file it is, because there's like a bunch of different ones in there. But I downloaded that stuff years ago online, and then, you know, you play with them, backing up a disc where you have the disc. It came with a magazine or something like that. Years ago, like when you upgraded your computer, if you were into a computer then, well, that's how you did it. You bought the new module, which nowadays most people, if they're not updating them or having a shop do it, they just throw it away and go buy a new computer, I guess. But I'm a little different, more enthusiast power user, or well, since I was learning how to do it anyway, why not build your own while you learn? I think the last thing that I went to school for was 2009. Was a CompTIA cert. It was like Windows Vista, Windows 7, I think, was like the newest stuff then, or at least what was on the tests and stuff. But not to sound like a know-it-all, I've probably forgotten a lot of stuff, but this is a pretty nice case. So there you have it. There's some of my mail day and a little video. I'm gonna go dig through some boxes. Trash days in a day or two, so I'm gonna get rid of what's stuff that I don't need at all, like stuff I took apart or robbed a piece out of. I did notice, yeah, it's on this board here. I'll zoom into it. See this capacitor right here? Right there. That one's bulged. This one up here is bulged. So I'm going to write those values down, and might as well do replace the capacitors that are bulged while I'm recasing it anyway, because that'll blow up and then maybe damage the processor or the voltage regulator, or do worse to it. But it's working right now. But, you know, it's a 20-year-old motherboard, you might as well just say. So anyway, y'all have a good night.